To all my black entrepreneurs, we gotta do better, y'all. So tune in to the EntrepreNUBIANS Podcast, where we help build better black businesses.
Hey. Welcome to the EntrepreNUBIANS Podcast. I'm your girl, Tiffany Nicole, and that is Lash Trace.
What up, y'all? Hey, Shawna, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
And we are with Miss Shawna K. Perez-Clark. Yes, I got it all.
Yes,
I was worried I was going to forget the Clark. I'm like, I know it's Perez. What's the other one? Clark. Yes. How are you doing?
I am well. Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Please tell us everything about Shawna's House, your nonprofit organization.
Yes.
Tiff and I once owned a nonprofit organization, so hopefully we have some things that we can relate to when it comes to your business. So please tell us all about it.
I would be happy to. So Shawna's House for me is one of those things where I know a lot of people say it, but it was a dream come true, right? It was a vision turned reality. When I was younger, I basically did not think that children really had the voice that adults said they had. Mm-hmm. And I didn't think that resources were available to them in order for them to find support, in order for them to have a safe haven, in order for them to get guidance and just direction in life, right? Yeah. In order for them to be who they wanted to be. Mm-hmm. So don't let this age me. But
too late.
Yeah, right, because I'm about to say it. But when I was younger, I used to watch a television show, not the movie, called 21 Jump Street, right? So if you're my age group, you heard of 21 Jump Street, the television show with Holly Robinson Pete. And I used to watch it in awe and be like, oh my gosh, these undercover police officers will help these children, and they would take them to a community center. It was called 123 Hope Street. Right. So the community center was awesome. You had all types of resources. You can play games. It was a safe haven. Right. So people were able to just be themselves and get support from individuals, adults, positive adults. Right.
That's dope.
So I thought, where's that place for me? I'm a Philadelphian. I'm a young girl that lives in the city. I grew up in Logan, and I didn't have that place. We had Powell, which the police athletically, right? Which most people know that was for ballers. That wasn't for me, right?
Right.
Unless I wanted to see the little boys. So
I used to go to a Powell Center in Logan.
Did you? Was it 11th Street?
It was. Yes, it was.
That's my Powell.
Mick Kilgore is a name that sounds familiar. Why does it? Mick Kilgore, I think, was the guy. It was either Mick or his son that ran the place at the time.
Okay.
And the reason I remember that is because one of them either was in the NBA or was a college player. I forget.
Okay.
I ain't big on sports, but yeah, one of them was either in the NBA or a very popular college player.
Okay.
And I think, that was his name. Mick. Yeah, he ran the Powell Center, and I was young. I was in the 6th grade and the 7th grade. Yep. I was a young lad.
Take note. You were trying to say you were. Which is great, right? That you had Powell as an opportunity for somewhere to go.
Absolutely.
But I did not. So as an adult, I figured, so a way for me to help other kids was to get involved in different nonprofits, right? So that's what I did. I did a lot of philanthropy work. I did a lot of community service. I did a lot of mentor programs with a lot of other organizations. And to be honest, it was one of those things where I didn't really like the flow of those organizations, business-wise. So what do they say? You want something done a certain way, do it yourself. So that's what I did, right? So one late night, I started talking to a friend, and I said, you know what, I'm going to do my own thing. So that's what I did. I started Shawna's House in 2011.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
10 years ago.
Yes, 10 years ago.
That's crazy.
On a late night.
Right?
That's how my brain works, at a late night. So Shawna's House is a nonprofit organization. We are a youth mentoring network. We support youth and their families, meaning the parents, and even the youth that become parents themselves.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So one of our popular divisions is Teen Chat Room. Teen Chat Room is the youth mentoring network for ages 13 to 18. And first, all of our services are free. right? So
wow.
everything that we do is free.
Free 99.
Right.
Price.
People love free, right? And all of our volunteers are just that, volunteers. We operate 100% on volunteers. So teen chat room, we have group discussions, we have one-to-one mentoring, we do community service projects, we do social networking, and during our group discussions, we always have a 30-minute financial literacy clinic.
Perfect.
Absolutely, right? Because they're not teaching that in school.
No, because they want you to be workers.
That's exactly what they want.
They don't want you to have your own mind about money, about business. They want you to be workers. So that's awesome. That's
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yes. So we do a variety of topics. Those topics go from anywhere from self-esteem, identity, anything personal that's going on, right? Okay. How to be assertive versus aggressive. Doing that financial literacy is huge, again, because people are not teaching it. And at home, a lot of people don't even know where to begin. And one of our main focuses is laying down a foundation so that they can have generational wealth. And what does that mean, right? You need to first have knowledge. You need to first be educated about finances in order to know how to move forward as a positive adult. Shawna's House is an organization that is proactive instead of reactive. We have a lot of services in the city of Philadelphia, especially right now dealing with the violence and dealing with a lot of different topics, right? Race and all these different things. But that's a reactive measure, right? We're responding to something. But why are we not helping them before we get to that level?
Right. Ultimately, being proactive is going to be a lot more effective because the perfect example is, you have to raise your children right from a young age. If you don't teach them and guide them when they are born, it's going to be a struggle.
Absolutely.
So they need to learn from the very beginning so that, your proactivity in teaching them the right ways will result in them saying, oh, let me not do something stupid. Let me keep my head on straight.
Think before they react.
Exactly. So now, I say that to say this is just a perfect example of being proactive versus, trying to fix the problem after it already happened, or trying to better somebody who already is stuck in their ways. We got to teach and sculpt these kids early at a young age, or it's going to be a lot harder on the back end.
Absolutely. And we can demyth that you are a product of your environment, right? Because you don't have to be the environment, right? Correct. You can step out of that. And how you do that is with support and guidance. You need someone to show you another way. And that's what we're trying to do, right? Those conversations, those opportunities to be an individual, right? Those opportunities to express yourself without judgment, without fear. And that's really what Shawna's House main focus is about.
That's decent.
Nice.
Thank you.
One thing I do want to congratulate you on for Shawna's House, you're nominated.
Yes.
What are you nominated for?
Shawna's House is one of the nonprofit nominees for the Business Grammy of Philadelphia. We are extremely excited to be one of the 4 nonprofits.
As you should be.
Right. It's really hard being a nonprofit, right? Because it's one of those, they claim that it's a selfless act, right? But I'm actually enjoy it. I'm very passionate about the community. I'm very passionate about helping those youth. And I love when someone comes back to me and say, Miss Shawna, I remember this conversation. I'm doing what you said, or this or that parent that said, I took your advice and we sat down and we had a conversation. We were able to overcome some things that we were having troubles with. So the Business Grammy of Philadelphia is a great recognition, mainly because the winners are voted for, right?
Oh, wow.
So you have to vote for the winner. And that speaks volumes, right? Because that's saying that other people are supporting you. People that know of Shawna's House, people who don't know of Shawna's House, right? So you can vote for Shawna's House either on the Business Grammy of Philadelphia's website, or the link is on our Instagram page, our Facebook page. You can vote every 3 days.
Yes, the link will be in these show notes. So right here below, you guys can vote wherever all your cameras. The link is going to be below. So vote every 3 days.
Yes, please vote. Please vote. Vote.
Yes.
Vote for Shawna's House.
Yes, vote for Shawna's House.
Wow. I remember meeting you at your pancake breakfast at Applebee's.
Yes.
And that's what made me want to start a nonprofit.
Really?
Yeah, seeing how you interacted with your volunteers, with the kids, and just this whole fundraiser thing. I was like, oh, I need to do something. It just put a little fire underneath me. And I will say this. 10 years is a long time to be in a nonprofit. We did Gather Dreams for, I think, 4 years, and it was a struggle. It was a struggle wrangling the volunteers, getting them to do minor things like submit your time that you spent with this child so I can report it so we can get funding. Like the littlest things, but like you guys signed up for this.
Yes.
You guys went through extensive background checks to get this done. You paid for the background checks.
Yes.
Then you get matched with a kid and you're there for 2 or 3 weeks and now you disappear. And that's the reason why I stopped doing it, because it hurt my heart to see these, because we did girls from 6 to 21 who were in foster care, who we already know have a lot of abandonment issues.
Yes.
And the worst thing is for you to get matched with a volunteer, develop some kind of little bond, and now the person's gone.
Right.
Like it happened way too often. I'm on the phone with the foster parent because the person didn't show up, or the kid will call me. It was a lot, and I was like, okay, this is too much, because it's not doing what it was meant to do, and I'd rather not do it than disappoint these children.
Absolutely.
Honestly, and it was a lot. So I very much commend you on 10 years.
Thank you.
Especially being strictly volunteer based, because I know the pain and the struggle.
Yes.
And
yes.
It's amazing.
Yes. Thank
it's
you.
amazing.
I appreciate that. I've absolutely been blessed. I have a huge support network. I have a lot of people who are passionate about what we do and how we do. So that's how we've been able to operate for 10 years. I'll be honest with you. I'm Shawna of Shawna's House, right? But it's so much bigger than me. It's not about Shawna. And if I didn't have that circle, that community of support, we probably wouldn't have 10 years. So all the time, I say thank you to those who support me and those who show up for me. And in return, I'm going to definitely show up for them.
Yes, I love it.
Cool.
I love
Thank
it.
you.
Well, we're gonna dig a little bit. We're gonna dig into that 10 years a little bit in our next segment. And our next segment is about ninja business.
All right. All right.
Ninja business is what we call bad business.
Okay. Okay.
And we're gonna get into that. We're gonna dig into this 10 years and see what kind of ninja business you've done yourself in your organization, or any kind of ninja business that you may have dodged or suffered from in your organization. Right. So we're going to get into that in a minute, folks. And to be continued.
All
right, let's do it.
We'll be right back.